gratitude, reverence for the Almighty, for God. That is also valuable. That's what churches are for. Places of worship. So, palagi, when you get into discussions with people who are constructing churches, that's one very concrete question na hinaharap nila. How much should we spend? So you always, and it's good to have that tension. You don't want to say, wala na rin tayo pakialam sa mga mahirap. You always want to say, that's important. At the same time, you don't want to just say, let's always worship in this very barren, drab venue. Sometimes, out of desperation, yun yung nangyayari. You have this very barren, minsan kasi sa sobrang kahirap ng mga tao, walang, and that is not a bad place to worship. That is good enough, as good as the people can. But the point is, there is value also to allowing people to express their, let me say, I've had the privilege of going to some of the neighboring countries that are poor, no? And some of them, actually the areas I went to are even poorer than many of the areas we see. I'm thinking about Cambodia. So over the past summer, I had a privilege, I made a trip to Cambodia for something I had to do. And pinaliwanag sa akin, ng isang pari na nagtatrabaho ng ilang maraming tao. Sabi na, tingnan mo, mahirap mga tao. Ano yung relihiyon ng malakas sa kanila? Do you know? Cambodia? Buddhism. Buddhism. Malakas. That's the largest, it's not quite a religion. Some people would say it's a philosophy. But anyway, but they have temples. They have beautiful temples. Some gilded in gold. Sa labas, not to mention sa loob. But they're in the midst of these paddies, rice fields. The houses there, sobrang bahay buo. And then these people themselves built that temple. And so this priest explained to me, you see, we in the Catholic Church, we complain. And it's good. But this is the other side of the reality. These people want to express the way they understand the greatness of God. And so for us, if we have these gilded churches, the riches of Rome, well, first of all, not all the riches there are, riches that are simply of that monetary value. Some of them, especially mga nasa museum, those are priceless. You can, of course, sell them, but like a poor country like ours, you don't just sell off your museums and empty your museums. Because there is another value, the heritage, the education, of history. So those are other values involved. The other, beautiful churches, you don't have to go to Rome, so yeah, I'm not saying that it's okay to always spend as much as you can, but that's the tension. You want to hang on to both. You want to have genuine concern and do real programs with real benefits for the poor, but at the same time, you don't want to just trash the other side.
The reaction. Salamat, Father. Ito, pagsamahin naman ulit natin tungkol sa pananampalataya. Bakit may iba pa pang religion ng Biblia? Ibig sabihin ba nito na maraming Diyos? O maraming paraan ba nagpapakilala ng Diyos? At the same time, recent na tanong din ako, katigit no, anong dapat manaig ang pagiging open-minded na pananaw ng ibang tao o ang ipaglaban ang pinaniniwalaan ng simbahan? Bilang Katoliko, anong action na nararamdaman? So given the plurality of religions, first, why is there a plurality of religions? Second, kung yan yung sitwasyon, ano ba yung dapat namin gawin? Open-minded ba o manatiling? Paano natin mapapanalitin yung pagkakas?
Another big question. Of course, we want to be open-minded. But what does open-minded mean? Let me bring in one big word. Relativism. It's one big word. And sometimes it's misunderstood. Pero ano ba yung sabihin ng relativism? Kahit ano paniniwala mo, tama. Paniniwala mo, tama. Tama tayo lahat. So, bahala ka ang gusto mo. That's the extreme position. That we do not hold. Sa naniniwala tayo, meron katotohanan, which we all can access. Ang tanong, sino may kabuang access? What we claim as a church, Catholic Church, is that the whole entire truth we possess. But does anyone in the church understand this truth? No. Because the truth that we say is in its entirety in the church is not a statement. It's a person. The person of Jesus. That's the truth. Now, if you understand it that way, and it becomes clear, it's never going to be possible to capture the person of Jesus in one or any number of statements. Okay, so we start with that. Then it will become clear, oh man, whatever we claim and we profess will always be okay. We say it, we would like to believe that this is how the Spirit has taught us to understand. But our understanding, because we are ourselves limited humans, will also be limited. Without letting go of the fact that we believe God Himself has revealed Himself to us and has actually told us that God possesses the truth. Now, what do you do with religions? Should you simply say, basta piliin mo yung religion mo, okay na. Ako, I will not say anything about the religion, nor should you say anything about my religion. Now, being open-minded, I think, given itong described ko na stance, and that's our stance in the church, being open-minded means, and this is Vatican II, God works everywhere, even in other religions. Now, we still claim that God revealed completely to us. But God does operate, act in other religions, and even with people who do not have a faith. And so the challenge is for us to be able to see, to be able to hear this God who speaks to us in all this variety. And so it's not simply a matter of who's right, who's wrong, but a matter of searching while being anchored out of faith. Again, a faith that believes in the truth who is a person. And therefore, we're constantly being challenged to try to make sense of this faith in the reality that keeps also unfolding and developing. So when we face iba-ibang religions, it's not good to pretend that we don't have our faith and then to just go and soak in everything that they say. It's good And this is we're entering yung what we call interreligious dialogue, which you probably have heard. Interreligious dialogue. And this is something that the church takes seriously. We want to be able to engage in dialogue. But the proper spirit for dialogue is not, okay, I will bracket my faith, itatabi ko muna, and then I'll enter this dialogue and pretend that I don't have any faith or that I don't have any beliefs. That's not proper. That's not the proper approach to dialogue. The proper approach to dialogue is to be yourself, to be rooted in your faith, and to go and do precisely what I was saying. Try to listen. What is God saying in all this variety? Maybe on occasion, I say on occasion because we also need to be respectful of this great mystery. So on occasion, we challenge others. Because this faith, this truth that we see, is not only for us. We hold it's true because we feel it is true for all. And so to always maintain that respect. Not to say na, kahit ang sabi mo, okay. Pagdating sa interreligious dialogue, yung sinasabi kanina na, it's good to mature in our faith. That becomes really important when we dialogue with other kids. Because we cannot simply rely on formula answers. You have to be able to say, why is it ito ang pinaniniwalaan ko? Ito ang pinaniniwalaan ko. Otherwise, you won't be able to dialogue. Otherwise, you won't be able to be critical about your own and about the other person's faith. At least that much. I don't know, baka may mga gusto ka.
Well, nakuha naman natin yung mga tanong. Pero, any follow-up to that? Malinaw ba yung sabi ni Father? Kasi may naalala ko, Father, na